Morning, guys. Welcome to a brand new installment on the Visual Vapor Reviews. Now, today is the second day to me working at Sylvania. So, yesterday was my first day, it's pretty obvious, I guess. But I was nervous as all heck. And as you guys can probably tell, I shaved my beard and got a haircut from my mom. Well, she did the haircut, I did the beard. But you know, wanted to look nice and presentable for my first day at Sylvania. And I'll be making a lot of money, as I said in the previous video. I wasn't expecting nearly this much, because it turns out that I'm getting paid for yesterday's work. I mean, the day before yesterday's work, which was Columbus Day. That was legit the first vape of the day. Whew. That's how it hits me every morning when I wake up and go to take a vape. I can't take that big of a cloud, and I sure as heck can't hold it in.
How come you're not working?
Give me just a second, guys. Sorry, guys, had to pause it for just a second, say hi to a friend of mine. But, anyway, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about today, so to kind of bring you up to speed. Now, originally I thought for the first 2 weeks I wouldn't be starting on the shift I signed up for, which was second shift, which is from 3:30 p.m. to midnight. Now, 3:30 to midnight, that sounds kind of rough, but in reality it's not all that bad, because I'm a night owl. I love staying up late, and I have no problem with it. There we go, a little bit better. It'll take a bit for my lungs to get used to it again. It does it every morning. So, second shift, because I'm a night owl, I love staying up late, I love doing late things. What's going to end up happening is, last night I had to get into the habit of staying up until about 1 a.m. But I stayed up until 1:45, almost 2 o'clock, and I went to bed I fell asleep just after that, so I could kind of get myself into Sylvania time. So there won't be any review today, because I've already gone over all the flavors and I don't have any new product today, but I figured I might as well just show you guys so that you can get an idea. Hold on. Let me pause this, I got another message. Okay, so we're back. So I'll be starting work at 3:30 today, and I'll be working straight on till midnight. Now I have the ability to clock in for 6 minutes total before 6 minutes total before it's time to clock in, but I cannot leave any earlier than 3:30, but I can leave 6 minutes later, no more. And I have the ability to work up to a max of 60 hours.
The guy's waiting.
So I'll be getting paid for Columbus Day as well as yesterday, today, and the next 12 days. So I'll be pretty excited about that. But in any case, so I'm vaping on my Berry Cobbler on the beautiful Avenger tank from Avenger mod from iJoy with the Tobe Addy. Trying to clean off that excess juice.
Well, that was an old lie.
Trying to get myself back into that, because the morning vapes are always tiny, but by the middle of the day, I get such big clouds off this thing, it's not even funny, because I'm reading at a 0.34 ohm resistance. But I'm going to teach you guys at some point, oh that's right, I already did with the Dead Zombie RDA, how to make a 0.17 ohm resistance coil, which is a really cool coil for parallel designs, and it makes really low resistances. But, of course, I also have my coffee here to kind of wake me up this morning. Kind of helps with my throat in the morning, because when you first wake up, your throat is all like and all closed up. It's just waking up. It's not ready to fully swallow things or take in things. So, bad joke, ignore. But I've got a bunch of cool stuff, like as I showed you before, the cut wood backing to my my Avenger mod, and a lot of other cool stuff. I ended up selling the Avenger tank to a friend of mine, Crystal. I've also sold the Falcon tank. I won't be using that no more. And I've also sold my Diamond and Victory Conquest mods. So I didn't expect to be selling them, but what the heck. They'll last a good long while with the hands they're in, but I'm just hoping they do well. Of course, I am holding on to them for a good long while, but in any case, I've got, oh, that's right, we're going to get a blast from the past at some point in this week or next week. So, sometime between now and next week, we're going to have possibly the iQ and i200 make a comeback for the review. Because I know I didn't do a very thorough job reviewing it when I first got it. I definitely didn't review the Milo 4 tank, so it's definitely time to do that because a friend of mine, what's his name? Oh, dear Lord. Gino. My friend Gino just wanted to quit smoking, so I decided I would help him out and do help him get a vape mod from cheap box mod, a really good high-powered internal battery box mod for under $100. So I'm going to help him out with that, with the iQ and i200, do a full review on the Milo 4 tank, and it's going to be rocking. Ooh, the clock is striking. Let's see what time it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that tells you guys it is 12 o'clock in the afternoon, just 3 hours before, 2 hours and 45 minutes before I go to work for my day. Because I'm going to be there early for my first day on my original shift. I really want to make a good impression on my manager. And what I do there is I inspect the light bulbs for faults. So say I'm doing, say I'm looking for lead wire narrow. That means, or offset in this case. So there are 2 wires that go onto the headlights, and sometimes they're offset or bent, and they just don't, they're not quality assured. So I'm basically the quality keeper for those light bulbs, along with 2 other people. One person who runs the machines, I run the inspection, and then the guy next to me, he runs the final check. Any faults we find go into either shrinkage or are completely thrown away. Now, shrinkage is just another way for just putting it as damaged or downsized, and they still get sold out as aftermarket pieces, or better yet, just second-rate pieces. But the high-quality, really good light modules, but they are halogen, so I should say light bulbs. The really good ones are all kept in the same container, and you just keep moving them along until you hit the end of your shift. The major goal is usually to get about 19 trays done in the 8 hours that you're there. You get 2 15-minute breaks while you're there. Both you cannot leave the property, but then you get a 30-minute lunch break in which you can leave the property and go wherever the heck you want. So that's pretty cool. Also, my friend Skitty Smitty, I just call him that, is his nickname. I'm not going to give his real name out. He's coming by to get some fill up with his his jewel pods. Even though they're not supposed to be refilled, I can refill them because I learned how a while ago. So that's a really good way to do it, because he's already gone through 3 of his pods, and I'm going to refill them all. And of course, he's bringing one of his original pre-filled pods that I helped him get a while ago. Definitely like jewels. They're very high powered. I might do a quick video at some point at lunch with them. I'm not sure yet. See, the clouds are getting bigger, guys, and I'm only at 60 watts. Dang. This is just starting off. I'm just kind of getting the feel for things with in the morning. This is where I have my morning coffee and have my morning vape. I've never really done a straight up right in the early morning type video, so I figured I'd do that for you guys.
Really? So in the south?
So there's going to be all sorts of cool new mods. Also, I'm going to be getting a new bike with my first paycheck. I'm going to be paying off some rent bills, if you get what I mean. Let's see. I'm going to be getting new mods, maybe some new juice. I'm unsure exactly what I'm getting. Oh, great. Friend of mine, Josh Moon, saying hi. Hey Josh, how you doing? Messaging me on in my video. Interrupting cow. Yeah, who cares? But of course, we got all sorts of things. I gotta apologize for the noise outside. We got a collision center right here, and they do work on cars all day until about 5 o'clock. So normally I don't get to do free-on videos unless their garage doors are closed, or if it's a Saturday or Sunday. And that's another thing. I'll be working through weekends too. I'm going to be on 13 days with only 1 day off after that. So I work 13 days, then I get a day off. Work 13 days, then I get a day off. Unless, of course, my manager says I don't have to come in, but that's completely up to him. The only thing that's really got me nervous about working is you get a 90-day probational, meaning you can work there for 90 days, and at the end of those 90 days, when you come up for review, you could be told that, hey, you didn't really do a good job, you didn't do that well, and then you can be let go or fired. Now, in my case, I'm not 100% sure if that'll happen, but I want to work my best and my hardest so that I can impress them and keep my job, because this is a job that I have been striving for quite a long time, and I've always wanted to work there, because it gives me a chance to work with my hands, which is something I've always loved. So, a little bit of indigestion, sorry. Had bacon burgers for dinner last night. Ooh, better grab my juice. Berry cobbler. Loving that flavor. And of course, no nicotine, as you guys all know. I don't use nicotine in my flavors. Man, those wake-up coughs really get me. I'm hoping to get myself fully set up for the day. And then probably around, let's see, the first 4 hours, I'll have a lunch break. Probably within the first 2 hours, I'll have a 15-minute break. Then at about 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. So at about 7:30, I'll have a lunch break, because you can basically choose your lunch break as long as it doesn't interfere with the other person who's taking a lunch break. So around 7:30 is when I'll plan on taking my lunch break. Around maybe 5:30, I'll take a 15-minute, and then just before the end of my shift, I'll take another 15-minute break, so I only have 15 minutes left before I can leave. So that way I can get all my final work done. I'll have my breaks out of the way, and I'll be good as gold, as they like to say. The cool thing is they even have a cafeteria there where you can get your food and get food for lunch if you want to, by putting on a preload card. But either way, I'm gonna definitely have a lot of fun. Have them, they'll be mailing my paychecks here every week, so I'll be going every Thursday to pick up my paychecks and have a little bit of fun. So definitely be well worth it. Let's see, what else am I gonna do? So the day I get my paycheck, I'll cash it, and then I'll pay my soon-to-be mother-in-law for my rent. Then after that, the next day I'll probably go to Concord, and I'll go get a bike as well. So that way I can ride to and from work on the days where it's really good. So I'm planning on getting a really nice bike, guys. I'm pretty excited. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun. Also, if you guys are interested, I also have a nice bike for sale. It's a green mountain bike. It just needs a chain. It's got really nice street tires, but other than that, not too much to report. But so we're going to be having a lot of stuff come in, new mods, new everything. And one of these days, once I get my bike up and running, I'll be picking up new mods and new batteries and all sorts of stuff. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm pretty excited. So also when I'm in Concord, I'll also be picking up a new mod, so along with my bike. So that'll be pretty good. I'm not sure what mod I'll get, but it's definitely going to be a nice one. I can promise you that much. Maybe I'll get the GX350, the giant mod that you can barely palm, or maybe I'll just get a giant RDA. I'm not sure yet. Another order of business that'll be coming back is I'll be getting my account reinstated over at Santander, so I can just cash my check there. So it'll definitely be well worth it, because the cool thing is when you have a a check, you can just deposit it right at the ATM, and then have it cashed right then and there. Even though you usually have to wait 3 days for a check to clear, you can literally cash the check at an ATM by suggesting that, telling it that you want another transaction. Sneeze. Bless me. But so that about wraps things up. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Can't wait to do some more. And until next time, I'm your host, Michael Cobb, and these have been the Visual Vapor Reviews. Peace, guys.